Good evening, guys. This is your mentor MJ, and we're gonna be looking into our next week analysis. It's unfortunate that already this was done on Friday. This analysis on DXY was done on Friday, and yeah, I couldn't resist working on it. Matter of fact, at the time when the analysis was made, the price was still a little bit somewhere here, I guess, not yet on the 38.2% Fibonacci level, which is not a trend smash. It's something that we always anticipated by the look of things. So now, guys, what happened here? I'm just gonna hide this so that it can move away a little bit. Now, what we did here, we went to a weekly time frame. A weekly time frame should everything just came back after hiding it. I don't know why. I think every time when I put a line, it reappears. Yeah. So yeah, we actually started from a monthly time frame. I guess I might as well just do this because I usually use monthly time frame to spot the blind spots. So from a monthly time frame, um, we spotted our uh, area of resistance and our area of support. But then now, after spotting these two levels here, uh, this one touch, the second touch here, and we spotted this support level, anticipating for a move to the downside once again. So on a monthly time frame, what we are faced with right now, it's some sort of what do you call it, a range. This price is ranging within a rectangle channel, so there's a little bit of a consolidation. However, it is at the beginning of it. So now, as soon as we spotted this, we saw a triangle coming up. This is when we spotted this one, two, three touches. Then it pushed to the downside. Now, it broke out of this first uh, bullish flag, the bear flag, a push to the downside, correction and continuation, and it corrected a little bit here and retouched here once again the trend line and pushed to the downside once again. And we went to a weekly time frame, which we didn't do much from a weekly time frame. Rather, we're just spotting this area that confirms a push to the downside. Now a push to the downside has taken place from a weekly time frame. We then went to the daily time frame. This is a top-down analysis, guys. Now it really now makes sense when you see it from a daily time frame that now this is a true confirmation, a push, correction, a push to the downside. And and now let's move to a 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame, that's when now we did a whole lot of kalulish. We did a jungle of analysis. So yeah, that's where we are standing with the DXY, which is our major index in the currency pair. So it pushed up to this level and it pushed down to this level, which is the 50% Fibonacci level, and it pushed up to the 100% to the zero level, and it came back, touched the 38.2, touched the 23.6, Now it pushed to the 50, then it's touching 38.2. Now it's need to touch 62, 68, I guess, and push to the 50, then push to the 78. Now we're gonna take decisions here. That's what we're actually looking forward to in the DXY. Now going down to other pairs. Now my watch list is just a little bit of things, just seven, but here we've got two indexes and about one, two, three, four pairs that we're gonna be trading. So now let's hit GBP Euro USD. Now another thing, I'm sorry about that. We are seeing a downtrend now here on the DXY, meaning that dollar is losing value. Now we need to see euro against dollar. Now euro at the time was losing value, but now it's picking up. It's picking the momentum and it's becoming much better right now. So let's just go to the monthly time frame and check if there were zones that we actually spotted. Oh yes, we just saw this triangle and we realized that's a push to the upside. It broke out, pushed a little bit down to a smaller retest and a push to the upside. Now, if we were to spot resistance area, I would first go with this one. Now, trying to figure out a psychological level, we're just gonna put 3.6 and figure out just to how far it is. Awesome stuff. Now, in this psychological level, we are thinking that now because here we are seeing that there was a move here and this is our support level. Now let's try to figure out 4 point, okay, let's just remove 8, 0.4 and see, yes. Now this is what has happened. Touch, a touch, a touch. Push to the downside, now moving to the upside. Now, this is what we spotted on the monthly time frame. Now let's go to a weekly time frame. A weekly time frame, very same thing. That very small thing that you didn't understand here, now it's making sense. It's a little bit clearer. Then here again, it's a more clearer. But now, the reason why we spotted this level, which I will just explain so that you can see why. This is why we spotted that level. Now I'm just gonna try to put a psychological level. Let's just put 3.5 and see where it's placing us. Correct. That's where the psychological level is. So we are anticipating that it's gonna touch the 1.4 level and then come to the downside. Many of us, when we understand Fibonacci, we're saying it needs to respect 61.8, 1.61.8. So here is the psychological level on a weekly time frame. Let's go to a daily time frame. All we are seeing is a push to the upside. Now here's that triangle, a push to the upside, a confirmation that is a continuation, and it pushed to the upside. Then we are seeing a little bit of not so steep, uh, what do you call this? It's not a steep consolidation, and again a push to the upside. Now, here one thing you need to know is that when you see a market moving in the nature, this is moving like this, a push to the up. Now there's another correction that has been made, but it's pushing again to the upside. just know that the market is gonna drop. Now after this channel, you must know that the market is gonna drop. When a channel is like this, the market is a continuation. So this level here, we're still gonna speak about it, but not now. So this was actually trying to create pattern separation. Now it was creating also some sort of a continuation, which is our double bottom. Attach to the downside, then push again to the downside so that it can respect and make a double bottom. Now we are seeing that there's a double bottom or flip. Now because now we are seeing that there's a double bottom, what are we anticipating? As we all know, double bottom means a push to the upside. Now let's go to our 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, that's where we make a lot of decisions, but our trades are always on a smaller time frame. Now I push to the downside, the double bottom is done. Now we are pushing to the upside. I push a breakout, a retest, a push to the upside. Now the retest now went back to the trend line. After a trend line, it broke from 23.6 Fibonacci level, but returned here on 38.2. Since it came to the 38.2, we are anticipating a push to the upside. After it retraced, we push to the upside 50, 61, 78. And in most cases, our first TP is gonna be here, and we're gonna take partial profits and allow other trades to move to the upside, and at least we are risk free. We're not gonna go to hourly and 15 minutes time frame because of time. And we are here again. Let's go to a monthly time frame. Monthly time frame. This is not yet been analyzed, but obviously already what we are seeing now, we are spotting this level of resistance. This level of resistance, we're just gonna put the zone, psychological level, then let's try to figure out a trend line. Now we are seeing it's building up at a triangle shape. A triangle shape. Now one thing we need to make sure when we draw trend line is that our trend line are as accurate as possible to avoid making mistakes. Now this is our monthly time frame. This is what we're seeing and this is what we're anticipating for. Now let's push to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, we are seeing a consolidation area. By the way, here it's when we were trading, myself and the team, we were trading this pair, and we had a little bit of an argument about it, and I showed them this consolidation area. So it broke out. We know that in most cases, the longer the consolidation, the continuation, the consolidation is. It came and there's a consolidation and it broke to the downside. It's either it's gonna touch here, push to the upside, or break out, retest, and push to the downside. We still need to wait for the price action to play out. Now, this consolidation, now it makes sense. Why did we say it was a long consolidation area? Because on a daily time frame, this is what we see, the level of length this consolidation area is. Now you can imagine on 4 hours. So I'm just gonna keep this also, though it was not really part of the analysis. However, we believe that it's still relevant for this uh, analysis right now. We're just gonna keep it to that level. So we are seeing a breakout, and we're gonna push to the upside, retest, and push to the downside. We're not sure whether it's gonna touch and come back or break out. However, selling opportunities are coming. If I were somebody, I would gonna anticipate for a sell limit somewhere around this level. Place my sell limit and allow the price action to play. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, this is what we are faced with. First, we are seeing a double bottom. What do we know about double bottoms? Double bottoms, they're always a continuation to the upside. Let's just put 5-5. All right, 5-5 is too far. 5-5-9. 5-5-9. 5-5-9-1. And our double bottom is here. We have seen that it has been respected. 1, 2. Now we are anticipating for a push to the upside. Like I said, if I were someone out there who's watching this video, I would say my sell limit will be somewhere here. Now I'm taking a buy. So if we're also gonna put a trend line, we are seeing that it pushed, and I usually don't draw a new trend line. I just use this for the level of accuracy, and I clone it and I move it to the downside. Then we see how perfect this is. Now, what we know that every time when it moves out, most probably it needs to touch this zone, come back. The zone, why am I saying this zone? Because of this. Let me just put, this is why I'm suspecting that it might come to this zone. I love this color. So it might come back from here and give us a push to the downside. A push to the downside, respect this level, and push a breakout. After breakout, then we are anticipating for another drop. Now, for me to make some serious decisions about this, I need to first make sure on the Fibonacci level and figure out as to what is happening from here. Uh, let's just try to drag a Fibonacci and place it somewhere here. Let's look at 78 actually. 78.6, it's here. So now that's why we're saying it might move like this, touch this zone, come back to 78, and break out of the zone.